Wednesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. You have officially, if you are listening to this, you have officially made it halfway through the week. Let's go ahead and get a round of applause. Officially have made it halfway through the week. We only have Thursday and Friday to go, and we are to the weekend, and that will be an end to our first full week of April. But before we can get there, though, we got to talk about the weather for tonight, as well as going into our future as well. So even though, yes, there is, we are close, we still got a little bit more to go. We still got a little bit more to go. So let's go on now and talk about the weather for tonight. If you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, make sure you go and do so. Also, make sure you go and hit the share button as well. Share with all the people that you know. There's definitely one person that you have not sent it to yet. Go on and just click the send button to them. If everyone just goes on and hits the share button, hits the like button right now, we would pretty much just grow exponentially right now. So make sure that you share it with all the people that you know. But first, let's talk with the recorded audience for the people who could unfortunately not be here tonight. Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Wednesday. I'm your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina, but if we scroll our way up, we do have some snow going on up here towards Chicago, as well as up there into the Great Lakes region of in Michigan as well. We also do have some rain going on in Ohio, as well as Indiana, Illinois, and Michigan as well. Even Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, even through even Nebraska right now. Some thunderstorms probably going on throughout South Dakota and Nebraska right now. We also do have some rain just off the coast of Florida as well, maybe trying to cause some rain over there, some thunder over there, maybe, potentially. Here's our cloud cover. Cloud cover is relatively light. You see that we just have like that little blue area down there just to the south and east of Augusta, but it's pretty much dissipating. So, right now, I would not really even worry about it. It's going to be a nice and clear night tonight. You should be able to see pretty much every star in the sky tonight. That's visible from where you are, obviously, but from right now, no clouds at all. Now going on to our cloud cover for the future. As you go on and just continue this forward, you can see that this non-cloud cover activity will continue all the way through to tomorrow morning. But then, as you get into like the late morning hours, look at this. Cloud cover starting to make it to the upstate of South Carolina. And then the afternoon hours starts to make it into the low country of South Carolina as well. The PD region trying to get some action as well as you go into tomorrow afternoon/evening. So that cloud cover activity will resume a little bit tomorrow. It's going to be nice and clear tonight. Going into early tomorrow as well, it's going to be clear. But as the day progresses, the cloud cover could try to just ramp up just a little bit. And we'll continue to monitor that and see what happens as we go into tomorrow. As we go on to our current temperature, 61 in Columbia, as well as 62 in Orangeburg, 61 inside of Beaufort, as well as 59 in Somerville, 55 inside of Lancaster, 57 in Chester, as well as 55 in Union, 55 in Woodruff, as well as 57 inside of Lawrence. We even have 57 in Winsboro, 55 in Anderson, 55 in Greenville, as well as Spartanburg, 53 in Gaffney, York, and 55 inside of Rock Hill. As you move on down here towards the Low Country, 61 in Charleston, as well as Key Island, and even Beaufort and Ridgeland as well, 57 in North Myrtle Beach, as well as Conway, Loris, and then 59 in Myrtle Beach. As you go into low temperatures for tonight, 45 in Anderson, as well as 46 in Greenville, 44 inside of Spartanburg, as well as Rock Hill, 46 in Winsboro, as well as 47 in Columbia, even 45 in Camden, 43 in Florence, as well as 45 in Kingstree, 49 in Georgetown, as well as 55 in Charleston, 52 in Myrtle Beach, as well as 58 in Hilton Head Island. Going into your precipitation for tonight, we do have a 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch possible inside of Rock Hill. Even Newbury as well and Greenwood can receive a 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch. We even have a 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch inside of Anderson and Lawrence, as well as Greenville and Spartanburg. It may be an isolated quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible right there on the border of South Carolina and North Carolina. But overall, that's for the next 24 hours or so. In terms of severe weather, tonight, no severe weather, no thunderstorms expected, but tomorrow that's going to all change as the entire state of South Carolina could receive a thunderstorm, whether it be tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening as well. And when it gets going as well, those storms are especially going to be making a little bit of an impact towards Greenville, as well as Anderson and Clemson, as well as some potential large hail is possible with some localized damaging wind gusts. So isolated gusts 40 to 60 miles per hour possible, and then some small hail with some localized areas of an inch possible in terms of hail. Then as you go into Friday, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather for Florence, including the Tri-County region of Dorchester, Berkeley, and Charleston County, going up towards Georgetown County, Myrtle Beach as well. So all of these regions right now, we're looking at some potential severe weather going into Friday as well. And they don't have the hazard maps up yet, but the hazard that they are looking for right now seems like that they are looking for a potential. Actually, I don't think they really even have it. It says it's still uncertain right now what it is. Isolated severe hail and locally damaging wind gusts right now, from what I can see on the report that they put out. But right now, timing with this is uncertain, so they are honestly not quite sure yet when this is going to happen, how it's going to happen. We're honestly, and mainly with cloud cover as well being the main concern as well. We just don't know how that cloud cover is going to interact. Obviously, with the more cloud cover you have, the less severe the weather is going to be. And the more daylight you receive, the more intense the severe weather can be. So that's all just what we're looking at. But right now, marginal risk is in effect for Friday. No excessive rainfall is expected as we go into the next 5 days or so. So let's go on now and talk about our future. So let's talk about the short-term future first, and we'll talk about the long-term, look at the crazy score, talk with the audience, talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, go over a wildfire update as well, and then we will recap what's going on throughout the entire U.S., and then we'll be out of here for tonight. So that's just the rest of what's going on for tonight. Starting off 18Z, starting off at 9 p.m. You can see obviously nothing going on. That is expected. But as you continue all the way through to 10, all the way through to around 7 o'clock in the morning, all the way to 9, 10, and 11 o'clock in the morning as well, precipitation is really not looking a whole much, even as we get into the morning hours. But it's really until you get to around 3 to 4 p.m. to where you can start seeing that rain and shower, maybe gusty wind activity go through Rock Hill, Chester, as well as Union. But as we get to around 8 p.m. as well, that actually might be the main system right here. I think that they're watching for. This one might just be like a little bit of a kind of like warm up to the big storm behind it as it moves through. That's 8 p.m. going all the way to 11 p.m. And then as you go into Friday, this is 1 o'clock in the morning right here, bringing some heavy rain to Horry County as well as Williamsburg, Georgetown as well, going into Florence. And then as you continue to 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, even 6 o'clock in the morning, some more shower activity continues. And you can see as we get to around 1 p.m., that shower and thunderstorm activity explodes over South Carolina, bringing some spotty thunderstorms through Florence, Hartsville, Charleston, Latson, Somerville, as well as Savannah, even up there towards Gaffney as well. Potentially, we do have some pop-up stuff going on over there, but that's as far as it's going to go. So we're going to have to talk about Friday more tomorrow night. But that's it in terms of the short term. Let's talk about the long term. So time is in the top right corner of your screen. Make sure that you go in and take a look at that. As we go on and push this forward now, that there is not really much going on except for this little, obviously this area that we're talking about, April the 11th, which honestly we've been talking about April the 11th for a while now, and you can finally see that we have that marginal risk going on over there, but still nothing in terms of excessive rainfall, so maybe not too much in terms of excessive rainfall. They're not too sold on it, I guess. As you get into April the 15th, some more spotty shower activity is possible. And then after that, just pretty much dry. You're not really seeing much until you get to around April the 25th, but that's a bit too far out to talk about. Even April the 23rd as well. We're going to go right here real quick and just look at the amount of rainfall And you can see that overall, a lot, it's not really too much. I mean, yes, you do have around a half an inch to maybe close to around 3/4 of an inch up here in the upstate, but look at this area all down here. I actually have my pen today. Look at this area all right here. I'm only getting around maybe a tenth of an inch all the way up to maybe around a 4/10 of an inch. So again, not really much in terms of rainfall at all, and that's obviously going to affect our drought as we get more into the future. Drought update also is tomorrow, so make sure that you're there for that. But let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. My cousin Thad says, "Gideon, just a great day today. Thanks for what you do. No problem. Glad that it was a great day out there." Miss Tolliver says, "Gideon, it's cold outside." I know. Um, I'm not quite sure. Lowest has gotten today is 48.5. That was earlier this morning. That was what at least my old one says. And then my cousin Drill says, "Hi, Joseph. It was a lovely day here. I love the cool down." Apparently, possibly one of the only, well, actually, no, some people, I think around 90%, said that they were enjoying the cool down, while 10% said that they were not enjoying the cool down. If I'm pretty sure that was the poll that happened yesterday. So a good amount of people like the cool down. Again, we'll see, how long that lasts. But right now, I think the majority of people like it. And that's it for the chat. Nothing else really to talk about. So let's go and talk about the crazy score at 18 tonight. That is our crazy score for tonight. It's at 18. It's in the mild category, slightly breezier, cloudy, but no major concerns. Honestly, I'm not quite sure why it's at 18. Again, actually, this is automated, so this is not made by me, but it's at an 18 right now. So, I guess for tonight, it wants to be in that mild category. But I'm not going to say anything about it. We're just going to roll with it and say that we're at 18 tonight. But that's still not bad, though. That's still, mild is still technically not that bad. So let's go on and talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia. Talking about San Antonio first, low temperatures tonight 58, high temperatures tomorrow at 91, low temperatures tomorrow night at 62. No precipitation is expected for the next 24 hours or so, probably for like the next couple of days, because not really too much rain is expected for San Antonio for at least a good little bit, if I'm not mistaken. All the way, the next time you can see rain, it could be a good 7 days before you see some rain over there inside of San Antonio. So you're going to be without rain for a good little bit. And, we'll see how that affects the drought. We might check it out tomorrow. But continuing on with Raleigh, low temperatures tonight 40, high temperatures tomorrow 69, low temperatures tomorrow 53. No precipitation expected for tonight and tomorrow during the day, but tomorrow night there will be showers that go on, and that is expected. Talking about Philadelphia, low temperatures tonight 37, high temperatures tomorrow 54, low temperatures tomorrow night at 41. No precipitation expected tonight, but tomorrow there's a slight chance of rain during the day, and then during the night, rain is likely. And that's it for all three locations. Let's talk about severe weather, where Raleigh is under a marginal risk of severe weather. This is for, again, Friday, April 11th, day we've been talking about for a good little bit now. Again, still uncertain on what's going to happen, but for right now, just seeming like a wind, maybe a hail threat. But right now, we're not quite sure on the exact timing or how intense it's going to be. This marginal risk might be gone tomorrow or Friday, or it could intensify. We don't know. It's just too uncertain right now, which is why it's only at that marginal risk. There is a chance, but it's not too high of a chance. And then no excessive rainfall for either location, and then San Antonio and Philadelphia are good in terms of severe weather. So let's go on now and talk about the wildfires that are going on, obviously, throughout this. That's obviously ending, but still kind of going on. We did just get a new wildfire today. Yes, unfortunately, we did. Carolina Forest wildfire, obviously, still going on. 90% contained, has not been updated in 4 days, so hopefully they're getting to the end of that. But a new wildfire has started right here over near Williamsburg. 0 acres, 0% contained. That's over here near Jamestown, South Carolina, just to the north. And just to the, very far west from Georgetown as well. So again, very, very far, and very small, but I wouldn't really count anything out. And it's 0% contained, 0 acres though, so that should be cleared up pretty quickly though. And that's it in terms of wildfires. Let's go on now and talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States, because we do have some stuff going on. Not much, but it says a strengthening storm will continue to cross the mid-Mississippi Valley Thursday, then pivot across the mid-Atlantic and the northeast U.S. on Friday. Into Saturday, with areas of heavy rainfall, snow is possible in parts of the interior New England region. Scattered severe thunderstorms with large hail and damaging winds will be possible across some portions of the Deep South as well. That includes Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, as well as Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, including South Carolina and North Carolina as well, and even going to Virginia as well. So a lot going on in terms of severe weather, especially tomorrow as well. If you want to see what it looks like, here's what it looks like right here. You see a better look of it right here. You can see slight risk of severe weather for this area in the yellow, in the green as well. And it's not really too much of a tornado threat. The tornado threat is actually very low. So not looking at any sort of like tornado outbreaks like we've been seeing or anything like that. But the main threat is definitely going to be large hail and damaging winds as well. And other than that, I believe that is it. Let me check out the chat one more time. I don't see anything else inside the chat. Make sure that you go in and vote inside the poll. I said, do you know the email to send me pictures for any type of weather? I asked inside the poll. 60% says yes, of course, they know. While 40% says no, they actually have no idea what the email is. The email is scweather360@gmail.com. Again, that is, I might actually put that on the screen for a second real quick. It's SC, just like the letters, SC, weather360 @gmail.com. You can see it right here on the screen. Right now, I'm going to turn everything off real quick so you can see it for sure. Here it is right there. So if you want to email me any sort of pictures, it could be, I mean, at this point, with all the nice weather, it could just be just a nice, calm day outside. You just want to show how nice it was at your house today. That's fine. It could be wind, thunderstorms, rain, when hurricane season comes back, or snow. We did get a lot of snow pictures as well. Rainbows, or even the pollen that's been infesting the state over the past month or so. So that's what we're looking at over there. I'll check out the email probably later tonight to see if we got anything. But that's all I wanted to say there. So I will be back tomorrow morning with your Thursday morning forecast update. We just got to get through Thursday and Friday, and then we will be there at the end of the week.